my name is Mikayla Snow, and today I'm going to be DIYing a cactus Christmas tree. So I first saw this scrolling through an Instagram story and I was like, oh my gosh, that's great, I need that. So text my dad, I was like, hey, can you help me build something? And he was like, yeah, sure, of course. I got the best dad. So today we're gonna be building and decorating a cactus Christmas tree. Let's just jump into it. Alrighty, so our first step in this tutorial is to collect our materials. So my dad and I headed over to Lowe's to pick up some pipe. So for the body of the cactus, we picked up some 3-inch, 5-foot lengths of ABS pipe. It's basically like the same as PVC pipe, but it's a little cheaper and it's black, so you don't have to spray paint it in a further step.
Better to have it, not need it, than need it and not have it.
We also bought an ABS toilet flange, which is really funny, but that's basically how you would screw in a toilet. We got it to screw it down to the base. We also got two 45-degree elbows, two Ys, which is not spelled like Y, like you would think it is, it's spelled Y. Anyways, so that is mostly it for our material. We also used a bunch of tools to cut the pipe, and this is like fancy pipe fitter stuff, so if you don't have that, don't worry. You can always just use a saw to cut your pipe, but if you do have a pipe fitter for dad, he probably has this stuff lying around, so we did use some fancy tools to make sure we got our cuts perfect and accurate. I say we like I did anything. My dad also used this little tool to make sure all the ends were beveled so it would slide easier into the other pieces and overall have a clean and professional look, even though we're gonna be covering it all up. So be sure you always have a foreman on the job site, and that's my little puppy, Pepita. She's adorable and she loves hanging out. So the first thing we did is measure the center of our piece of wood to screw everything down to, but you can also plant this in like a terracotta pot and it looks super adorable. But we just went like a little easier way because we didn't want to have to wait for the concrete to cure. And then we have the pipe cutting portion of this tutorial, and let me tell you, it was so great to have my dad here to help me because he made this whole process so simple and so comprehensible.
This is a tubing pipe cutter. So this, you have to make sure you're gonna come back to the same. So you go a quarter pipe at a time. You tighten it up, it's cutting there, you go again. Because what you want to do is you want it to be square. See, now it's going around in the same crack. Tightening it up a little bit at a time. Be square with a factory square cut, see?
Cool. So basically, you just want to cut your lengths to whichever size you want your cactus to be. So these are the sizes we chose to make our cactus. We ended up only needing 2 pieces of pipe, which was nice because they were $13 each, which is kind of a lot. So we're able to return the third one since we didn't end up using it. That also brings our cost down, which was kind of high for just a DIY. So once you have your pieces, these are the sizes we cut ours to, you can go ahead and start configuring it all together. So it really depends on the height of your cactus and how you want it to look will determine how you put yours together. So once you have everything configured together, you can go ahead and knock those into place. We basically just pressured them together, but you can glue them if you need to, but since there's not going to be anything really running through these pipes, you don't have to. If you're making an outdoor one, maybe that would be a good idea. That's also an extra step that necessarily doesn't need to be done, so we went ahead and did not glue them. But we just did use like a little paddle, I don't even honestly know what this is, to knock them into place to make sure they're nice and snug and fit perfectly. Next is the fun part where the cactus really starts to take shape. I did buy all of my decorations from Target, and it was so great because they were having this awesome deal where if you spent $100, you got 50% off. So that was super great. So if you can find a deal like that, even the after Christmas sales would be really great to find items for this project if you want to make it next year or whenever, because it's super awesome DIY. So luckily my boyfriend loves helping me with projects, which is honestly so great. I love him so much. So he came over to help me wrap this because I'm sure I could have done it by myself, but that would have taken way longer than it needed to be. For this, we used a glue gun, which made the process so much faster, and I got this awesome Gorilla Glue, so hopefully it'll stay in place for a very long time. So to wrap the entire cactus only took about half an hour, which is long or short, I don't know. But it was really fun just to wrap it around. You want to maybe take a little more time than we did to make sure you space them out. So I would suggest suggest even going down the length of your pipe and measuring out different sections, so when you wrap it around you can hit those sections every time, but we kind of just eyeballed it and it worked out okay. We did end up using 1.5 rolls of the garland, so it's about maybe 75 feet of garland, and when I was buying it I was like, oh, 50 feet's a lot, that probably should be good, but then I was like, maybe not. So I bought 2 just in case, and I should have bought 3, and we could have gone around a second time, but I thought that was kind of overkill, and I didn't want to have to go to Target again, so we just left it like that. Cute! So now for decorations, I did get these dewdrop lights. I just call them fairy lights, but they're super gorgeous and they're just like on this copper wire. I did end up needing to go back to the store to buy another roll of lights, but unfortunately they're out of the copper one, so I just got silver, and it's like kind of clashing, but I really don't mind. And then for the ornaments, I saw these ornaments and I just fell in love with them. They're like a rose gold and pink and silver, and they're just gorgeous. But this is my first time decorating a Christmas tree that's not like my parents or anything, so I didn't realize that you need to buy hooks for the ornaments. So luckily these smaller ornaments did come with their own hooks, which makes sense, but like it's like, why not just give all the ornaments hooks? I did buy these old-fashioned kind of lights. I love them, but they're kind of spaced out weird, so it wouldn't really work wrapping them around, but I think it would be a good project for another time. Also, be sure to take breaks, especially when you're doing a project with a significant other, because you can get burned out and that leads to like little arguments, and you want to just be like chill and happy and like working together. So be sure to take a break, pet a puppy, you know, give each other a hug, appreciate one another. I don't know where this is going. Just make sure you're having a good time. You don't want to be like miserable doing our project. So it's good to always just remember it's just a project and it's good. So I did start wrapping up the lights up the tree, and honestly they're so gorgeous. I did tangle them a bunch, so Tyler had to help me untangle them, but I really think it was nice to use the copper wire ones so they're a little bit more minimal and you didn't like see all the lights, like the ugly green light strands that, you know, Christmas trees usually have. So these are like nice incognito lights. So once you wrap your entire length of your cactus up with lights, we did have to go buy one more box of lights. You can start decorating. So we did end up splitting up the hooks from the mini ones to the large ones also, since I didn't want to go back to Target to buy hooks. So we did just decorate them with the bulbs and the hooks, and it worked out okay. So we just placed the bulbs up on the tree. So gorgeous. I love how this look turned out. Just make sure you buy hooks if you need to buy hooks. So now for some finishing touches, I bought this like wooden beads. I don't really know, but they're super trendy right now to wrap around the length of the cactus. It just looks so gorgeous and just like gives that extra pop that it needed. I also thought it would be really fun to put a star on the top of the cactus just to like pull that in and kind of make it really special and just more Christmassy. So I bought a star and I put it on top. So totaling up the entire cost of this Christmas tree was about this much money. I still have to calculate it, but it's on the screen right now. So I feel like it's kind of a lot, but if you think of like a traditional Christmas tree, it's about the same. And this one's super unique and a fun project you can do with the people you love. So I think that really does make this priceless. Is that cheesy? I don't know, it's Christmas. It's fun to hang out with your family and your friends and your loved ones to build something great and cute. Yeah! I was on my tippy toes that whole time when I could have just lowered the camera. A huge shout out to our foreman, Pepita. She did a great job making sure everyone was safe. We got our PPE on, we got our PTT, we got our I can't do it. We got our pre-task planning filled out, all of our permits necessary, and we executed the project in a record time. And there we have it, my Christmas cactus tree. I absolutely love it because, you know, Christmas trees can kind of be a hassle to put up. Personally, I've never had a real Christmas tree, but I think they're gorgeous. But you know, they only last for a season and then you have to throw them away, and it just makes me sad to cut down so many trees. So I think this is a great alternative to a regular Christmas tree just because it's so fun, and especially being in New Mexico, I think it's really culturally appropriate, even though we don't have saguaro cactuses in New Mexico, but we still love them, you know. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and leave a comment if you would ever want to try this, if you like cactus Christmas trees, or if you think it's dumb, let me know. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
everything to